Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Slay the Spire Downfall. Who did we play as yesterday? Hexaghost? Oh, right. You know, on the bright side, this is the longest length of time it'll be before we play as the Hexaghost again. On the negative side, now we have to play as the Champ. Or the Chanp, I guess. I don't know, should we play as the Chanp? Ascension level 2? Let's do it, embark. Oh god, you really do look like an anime character. Why does your armor have a navel? That makes absolutely no sense. Who designed this character? All right, remove a card from your deck, obtain 3 random potions, rare relic for 99 gold or new relic. I mean, starting off with a stance is always good, so I think we'll go 99 for a rare relic. Get the boots. There might come a time when I need these boots in order to, you know, keep my run going. What do I like initially? I think I like a few combats into a few question marks, but I also like the idea of being able to maybe upgrade a card, then bounce and fight one elite. I kind of like this path, honestly. A bunch of combat into 2 elites, and then if we want, we can bounce here to, I don't know, we could just fight 4 elites. Maybe we'll start on this path. What I like is, I like the idea of maybe fighting the burning elites. Okay, at least your defensive mode is easier to understand. I like the idea of fighting some burning elites early, because you at least get the ability to crack the key and then you get 1 dexterity. That would matter over the course of a run, it really would. So I kind of like that idea, because then we can, hold on. We want to do, no, we want to, I think, it'd be a bigger 3, maybe 6. We can do 24 damage. We did 20. Yeah, because 6 plus. What is? I don't know. We did damage, and he's almost dead. Let's just execute you. Egnart says, let's complain about the armor, not the giant-ass sword that she can hardly lift. Look, the sword could be made out of styrofoam. The armor, I just don't understand. Wind up. Choose a stance to enter. Fetch a finisher from your draw pile. You know, I really like this card, because there's a lot of cards in the deck that, or rather in the Champ's deck, that require finishers. And this gets you a finisher. It has to be in your draw pile though, so if it's in your discard, you can't use it, but it guarantees that you can at least use a finisher. You pick a stance to enter, and it is 0, so it doesn't, and it draws a card, so it doesn't really even thicken up your deck too much. Gain temporary strength, gain block. Choose a stance. If you're already in that stance, gain a combo. Choose a stance and gain a combo. So this is a similar thing, although gaining a combo might mean that you can't actually play the card. By default, it just changes stances. But you can optionally have it gain a combo. The upgrade on this does seem pretty good. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. We only have 1 finisher. I feel like the finisher might be better though, because then it's not dependent on a random card. It's basically just, hey, we have a finisher in our deck, we can grab it. Like right now, maybe we want to kill an enemy and put up 10 block. We can do that. It will be we're in defensive stance. It will be, give me a second. Wind up, fetch the finisher, We will enter defensive mode. We will berserk. Defend, defensive shout. Now this does 26 damage, wipes a unit, gain 10 block, and this guy's taking 10 damage from the counter effect. Okay, it took a minute, but we got it. Lexmer, welcome. Why did the Chanp stop working out? This is not the Chanp, this is the Chan. At the start of your turn, gain a random strike. Cost 0 until it's played and gains exhaust. I actually really like this for constant offensive power. I mean, it's a free attack every single turn. Pile Driver is a finisher. Apply vulnerable, apply weak finisher. Really though, what I think about this card is that it's basically an uppercut, but you don't have to upgrade it to get the vulnerability and weak, but it has to be played as a finisher, otherwise it doesn't do anything. So I kind of like this. I also really like Strike of Genius, especially for a longer combat like a boss. But this is, I mean, we're relatively likely to be able to play this. This is a tough call. Finishers have to be played in a stance. If you're not in a stance, they don't do anything. But a free attack, it's a rare card. I think I gotta take it. Now we're gonna fight the elite. If we don't want to fight the Burning Elite, we can always bounce. Let's continue on this aggressive-ish path, and I will get a free strike every turn. We're in Berserker stance. If we play defensive shout, we can kill a unit. Nunu, welcome. By the way, how you doing? Hello? Hello. Also, the sword's on her back. Now she can actually carry it. Also, if you had a... I don't know why her foot is like a horse hoof. But also, if you have a problem with her wielding a greatsword, you must have also had a problem with me in the Elden Ring playthrough, where I was dual wielding greatswords larger than this, made out of just rock. Heal damage does not consume vigor. Finisher. Crooked strike. Well, let's shout. Strike, gain strength. Wind up berserk. Defend for vigor. Do 24 damage. Finisher. It's kind of working. I'm trying to figure it out. I actually think Pile Driver, if we're able to enter stances frequently, I like a Pile Driver as another finisher to have in the deck. Backstep, though, I also really like. Block increased by vigor means you can go from a berserker stance into big block defensive stance. But I'm gonna take Pile Driver. Even if we just play it for the effects, it's still pretty good. So we're in berserker stance. I'd rather have been in defensive stance, but we don't get to pick the stance that we start combats with. The crown is a random stance, defensive or berserker. It's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. So we can either, well, no, you just defend. What the My dude went upside down. Okay. Deal 10 damage 2 times. We want to berserk. Defend. Execute for 36 damage and then wipe him. Dude, this is kind of working. Add 4 random 0-cost cards. Gain block and scry. Battle plan. Fancy footwork. Enter a stance you're not in. The next finisher deals damage to all enemies. I mean, if we're going into like a finisher build, then I see this working. We have to have a finisher in hand, but we have 2 in the deck right now. Let's give it a shot. disposable welcome as well. Numbus 26. It's a weird stance where her foot is sideways. Her perspective is wonky. I know, it's just... I'm being funny with it. I still don't understand why she has a freaking navel in her armor, though. That makes no sense. So that's 12 damage. But we gain vigor. So a defend execute should be enough to get a kill. Now it's 16 damage. We'll take out the one doing the most. We'll take one. It doesn't seem bad at all. We're doing a lot of combat, but we're doing this kind of specifically for... We want to stay. We're doing this kind of specifically for adding a bunch of good cards to the deck. You've never worn skin tight plate armor before. You know, I've never worn plate armor. Unfortunately. Skin tight or otherwise. Enter ultimate stance for 1 turn. Apply weak and vulnerable. Taunt has the same problem for me that Glare does from the Hermit. You kind of need draw to make it work because 1 weak and vulnerable is not that good. Deal damage to all enemies, trigger skill bonuses. For each enemy hit, deal damage, defensive combo, gain block, and counter. Flash strike. This to me kind of feels like a skip, although in circles kind of interesting. It's an attack, triggers skill bonuses, which means you get counter and vigor. I really wish that skill bonus for defensive stance was block instead of counter as a mechanic, because it's basically like temporary thorns. I'm gonna skip it though. We'll fight our first elite. Is Lagavulin. Lagavulin for me, I think I just want to grab a strike of genius so we can start getting those strikes played, even if we don't actually get a finisher out. Drawing both finishers on turn 1 kind of sucks. But we're in a stance. We can... You know, I don't want to play this. I want to draw this later. Let's just end turn. We want to play skills to power up stance. We want to play the power so we get free attacks. So what do we do first? I think what we do first is let's defend, stance. We want to power up our counter and vigor. We're in Berserker stance, which I think is perfect. Enter a stance you aren't in. Okay. I don't have the energy to fetch a finisher. That's still fine. Like, we can defend, enter a stance you aren't in. What the hell? I forgot the fancy footwork makes me flip around like 4 times. You woke up. However, now we can go to town. We're in defense. We wanna play this after this. So, hit you, gain block, flip you upside down, defensive shout, defend, triple strike, gain 2 strikes to cost 0 and trigger skill bonuses. Boom, boom. We're taking no damage, you're taking 26 off of hitting me. We got another triple strike, which is kind of funny. Or I could go for strength gain, which will make these do 10, 10, 10. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have you dead to rights. Berserk. Defend. Execute. Triple strike. It's working. It took a lot of setup, but it's working. Deal damage to all enemies, gain vigor, exhaust. I like this in case we fight these sentries. Ink bottle. I think ink bottle is fine. Max HP plus 21 is maybe the worst. I think we will still play the power over the pile driver. Because on this turn, I mean, I guess I could play it to gain strength and do some damage, but I really want the free attacks every turn. But it is vulnerability for next turn. No, give me this, give me this. Next turn, I'll probably start playing the potions, because this guy is gonna be a pain in the ass. The next strike card you play this turn is played twice, Exhaust. Remove all debuffs, gain strength. If you're below half HP, gain strength. When you would die, or at the end of combat, heal. Next turn, get a Slime Crush. And you get block. How come I never get the block? Maybe I do get the block when I play this as the slime. I feel like I never get the block when I play this as the slime though, but I think it's probably inaccurate. So next turn you're gonna be like hopefully completely destroyed. On this turn, we're gonna smack you. I don't think it matters the order. I think I'm gonna death blow you. I think I'm gonna gain vigor and then block. The idea is that I want to kill you next turn. And I mean, I think you're dead. 48 damage plus another 40 on top of that. It's not actually gonna be 58 damage, but we do have preemptive strike, which only does damage thanks to vigor, but like, I think we got you. I think we got you. I need one more energy. Deals 1 damage? Okay, hold on. Choose a stance to enter, fetch a finisher. Stance to enter. I need to look at the Berserker stance. Skill bonus, gain 2 vigor. I can make this do 38 damage. This will do 1. Gain No, I can kill him on this turn. I can kill him on this turn. If we wind up defensive shout, slime crush, preemptive strike, he's dead. Because this enters Berserker stance, playing this gives us 2 vigor. This will do 38 damage, and then the counter. No, the counter from this will make this do 3 damage, and then we'll have him. So enter Berserker. This is not what I intended, but it's not what I want to play. We got this anyways, so we're gonna play this, we're gonna play this, we're gonna wipe you. Okay, that was a good fight. We got the key, so we can get dexterity if we want. Stormworm, welcome as well. I love your skeleton horde. Horde! Whenever you enter a stance, trigger the skill bonus of it twice. So a lot more counter and a lot more vigor. Gain, block, any stance, draw. That seems really good, actually. Circumvent as a draw card, I kinda like it. Now, do we wanna fight another elite and then fight more elites? 4 on 1 floor, I think is pretty good. Let's not use one of our winged boots right now. Let's just go to the question mark. Along the path down the spire, you find yourself at the Exordium's Gymnasium, a place you frequently visit to stay in shape and hone your body. As do we all. It'd be a wasted opportunity to not take a moment's rest and spend some time here. To stay at the top, you need every advantage you can get. To cardio, gain max health, spar, choose a non-finisher card to gain enter stance, or gain 1 strength. Connie says, what in the unholy heck is a skin? There's nothing wrong with it, just don't look at the navel on the plate armor. Choose a non-finisher card to gain enter stance. Would that make circumvent able to enter a stance and then combo draw? I mean, I kind of just want the strength as well. I mean, it's strength, right? You're gonna want that. But making circumvent able to enter a stance and then also gain block and draw. We'll try this. And then we'll make it enter Berserker stance. Now, it's probably going to not draw if we're not in a stance, but that's still like, that's too funny to not try. We're in Berserker stance. Gain 2 vigors. We can gain 5, 7. This will do 22 damage. We would become vulnerable? Rather not. But if we gain a lot of vigor, we can probably just icy with the execute. So we'll do this. Now it's 22 damage. It's 26 damage? I think I screwed it up. I definitely screwed it up. For some reason I thought we would become stronger off of that. So I guess we will bring you nearly to death, and we'll take 1 damage. That's fine. We could have done it better, though, because I think we had lethal if we had played the strike. So let's see. Okay, we do not draw off of that. I was kind of hoping it would apply the stance change at first, but that's not how it works. Let us enter a stance you aren't in. Do like this, this, this. I don't know why we drew. Oh, ink bottle draw. Of course, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Anyways, they're both 1 hit away, so I'm not worried. Reinforced body. Is it 9 or 10? 9. Fan of knives. Deal damage to all enemies. Deal damage twice. Or on guard. I'm not a big fan of on guard, because if you don't lose your block, then getting block next turn doesn't matter, and getting block next turn might not matter depending on what the enemy is doing. But I think I'm gonna skip this. Although, have we added any blocks? No? Alright, if we've not added any blocks, I'll take a reinforced body, which we can play for 0 and still power up something else, which I don't mind. Now, admittedly, AoE would have been nice, but we have Death Blow. Death Blow! Gain block. Draw 2 cards. Enter Berserker. Enter a stance you aren't in. The next finisher deals 10 damage to all enemies. And this is a finisher. So, I think we will gain block, draw 2 cards. You had to give me Death Blow right now, huh? Because this does 10 damage to all enemies, this does 15 damage. Next finisher you deal this turn does 10 damage to all enemies. It also gains vigor for the next turn, which is pretty good. Apply 2 vulnerable, apply 2 weak, gain vigor. Why don't we fancy footwork, then Berserker Shout, and then we can do 25 damage to 1 or and 10 damage to the other ones, or 20 damage to all. I think I want to do 25 damage to 1, gain strength, and also make him weak. Right, and I guess we weren't in a stance anymore, so the reinforced body didn't do anything. We take 3, but they're all wounded. And now on this turn, we have nothing to do. So why don't I add 4 random 0-cost cards to my hand? Deal 4 damage. This turn, your skill bonus effects are increased by 2. Gain 2 random skills. They gain retain. Retain, draw a card finisher. Gain block scry. This doesn't seem like that good of a turn. Although, if we play Ultimate Stance Potion, then we can get a lot of skill bonus effects off of Chain Lash by playing all these skills. So you know what? Let's drink it. And then your skill bonus effects are increased by 2. Gain 2 random skills, they gain retain. Oh my god. Any stance combo, draw. Retain, gain block vigor, enter berserker. Gain block scry. I don't know what I'm doing. Strikes are fine, I think. All bonuses. Oh, we can play as many finishers as we want on this turn as well. So we can play this. We can now do 40 damage. We don't need it to be any higher than this. So why don't we knock out the sentry, because we're not going to take damage on this turn. And then gain block vigor and enter berserker. Okay, you're gonna die when you hit me, so it's just one enemy with 26 HP. And then we have circumvent in hand, because that's right, we kept it there. Choose a stance, fetch a finisher from your draw pile. Please give me the execute. We are going to power up the execute. And then I guess I'm gonna hit you for 40 damage. Dude, that went swimmingly. Is this possible? Can we build a finisher deck here? At the start of each turn, gain 2 vigor for every 3 vigor spent last turn. Then do the same for counter. Gladiator form. So as you build up the vigor and the counter, you get to keep it turn after turn after turn. That seems interesting, but I don't know. It doesn't seem particularly amazing. Parry. Gain counter, gain block. If your counter is used, gain riposte. Deal damage equal to the amount of counter. So I do kind of see a little bit of a synergy between this. If you have parry and gladiator form and you're spending your counter and constantly getting it back and also spending your vigor off of the attack, then you can start scaling out of control pretty much. But I don't think I want a gladiator form. It's probably very good, but it does seem a little slow, especially with 3 energy. I think I'm just gonna skip this and just try to build my deck to be better. Because certainly if we could play this, we'd be very happy, but energy is certainly a problem. Okay, so far so good. We've taken 16 damage up to this point. That's decent. Choose a stance to enter. Fetch a finisher from your draw pile. So we can draw execute. If we can play a lot of cheap skills, power up the vigor, then maybe I can actually wipe you. Or we can gain block on this turn and then just kill you later. In fact, I can easily gain enough block. In fact, I kind of like that. You hit. Sorry, dude. Then we can block, counter. We did draw. Fetch a finisher. I don't want to fetch a finisher, but I do want to be in Berserk. You know what we need? We need... I'll do it. Freaking toast. We need... I don't know. That's the end of it. I don't know what I need. We'll figure it out. Pile driver, encircle. Flurry of strikes. Next strike is played twice. Do we need another finisher? Finishers are really good. So maybe I'll take another pile driver. Finally upgrade our cards. I will gain 1 dexterity, please. And then we can also dig for relics. We have the shovel. Or we can work on upgrading cards. A little bit of damage from pile driver. Upgraded strikes. More block. More block. Better damage. Deal more damage. Deal more damage. Wind up doesn't exhaust, which is pretty good. Gain more counter. Gain more vigor. You know what, just give me a relic. Also, Bubonic, I'm sorry, I did forget about actually helping you pick your card. your run. I was not paying attention to chat, and I saw your message and then just kind of like read right behind it. Defensive. Enter Berserker. Choose a stance. Enter a stance you aren't in. Okay, so we want to enter a stance you're not in. This is actually very good. Let's shout, fetch a finisher, enter Berserker. Gonna play it just to keep gaining the vigor. I hate drawing all of our finishers. Am I okay doing 36 damage? It's pretty good. I could also make you vulnerable and weak and gain strength though. I guess this gains us strength as well. We don't get the free strikes though, but we'll hit you. I think that went fine. Did draw through some cards I didn't want to draw through though. Damage. I can almost kill you. You know what? The strike would have killed you off of the counter, but now you're dead to anything. I don't know. I feel like this went fine. Get Duvudal. Clobber. Gain block equal to unblocked damage dealt. So here's the idea. You gain vigor, you play Clobber, you gain a lot of block. Another Perfector Strike, but dude, Clobber seems kind of interesting if you can gain that vigor. And let's dig for another relic. Centennial Puzzle, okay. You are Wrath. Wrath mate. Good old Wrath matey. I do want to make you weak and vulnerable. I think we will pile driver. Enter a stance. Might as well. And then we can gain block or hit you while you're vulnerable, but you're gonna be vulnerable next turn, so let's gain the block. It also powers up our next attacks or defensive hits with counter, one or the other. Gain block equal to unblocked damage dealt. I think we like it. It gives us enough block, and we can also play our power. And then we can just play skills. What happened? We have 10 fancy footworks? Oh yeah, it makes a lot of sense actually. I like the zero cost skills because you can play them just to get whatever your bonuses are out of your stances. We don't need to block, we're already berserk. Trigger skill bonuses. I will play this. It's gonna add strikes to our deck. Maybe that's what we want, you know, Perfector Strike, right? Use a stance to enter, fetch a finisher from your draw pile. We might as well play it. Just to power up our vigor. I couldn't prevent you from losing your energy, unfortunately, so you are in your stance. But your Sands of Time only costs 1 now. It would have cost 1 anyways. We did also draw Perfector Strike, so that's going to be very strong. Now, At the end of your turn, you'll enter Wrath, and we're probably going to hit you. Deal 13 damage. We want to... Playing a defend is not actually going to give us charges on the Berserker stance, and playing this does not recharge the stance. We have to exit the stance, then play this. But by playing it, we will at least gain the 3 vigor to get more block. So if we have enough block, we basically have enough block. There's no reason really to play a defend. We might as well play a strike. Oh, and you know what? I did not realize that the strike that had trigger stance skill would work when we don't have skill bonuses remaining. It's a bonus +1 stance bonus, which is kind of nice. But you're gonna enter Wrath. That was your big turn, so I'm gonna assume you're not gonna be doing that much damage this turn, and you're only doing 16, but you are gonna apply vulnerability. So next turn might be your big one. I don't know what, oh, we drew things to the puzzle. Gain strength, lose dexterity. Deal 19 damage, exhaust. Then we got a finisher on top of it. We probably want to start with the finisher though. I mean, I think we've got you. Deal 42 damage? Why is it so much? Oh, because you're in Wrath. Again, I always forget about that. Improvising. The first time you play a combo, return it to your hand, it costs 0. That's pretty good. We have 1 combo card, I think. It's the good one. Once you get below 50% health, remove all debuffs and gain 6 strength. Okay. And then Gladiator form again. We don't have a lot of combos, but anything that removes debuffs is pretty good. This is gonna be, this is not gonna do anything if you're not under half health, but if you are under half health, it is a good way of removing all of your debuffs. I don't know. We can add more combos, I suppose. And then improvising is gonna be better, but why don't we take Last Stand? And then your most expensive card gets reduced by 1. That's very good. It's not always going to hit a card that you're gonna wanna play, but making Strike of Genius 1 makes it easier to play, making your finishers cheaper. Death Blow makes them easier to play. I think that's good enough. It is 6th Chamber Hermit, which I forget how that works, or how he works, but... Dun 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 dun. Trying to think. Word Power says it feels like 4 energy is mandatory. This is kind of 4 energy. I do want more energy. I want energy and draw. Draw! I also want question marks. We can get 3 question marks, and then elites, and then we can always bail if we need to on this path. We're not doing a lot of upgrading. I suppose what we really should be doing is campfires, because the campfires give us the opportunity to dig without needing to fight the elite. So maybe we'll go down here, and instead of fighting the elite, we'll bounce, and then we can get a relic, bounce, get a relic, lots of question marks, get another relic. I mean, this is a 5 campfire path if we do it correctly. So maybe that's what we'll do. So we have 1 pile driver, 2 pile driver, and enter Berserker. Still only have 3 energy though. But if we play this, technically we have 4 energy. I suppose we should play it. It'll weaken at the very least. But let's enter Berserker. This gives us enough block. But we might as well play a skill just to power up the Vigor. And we're kind of looking for Death Blow on this turn. We get Clobber. Would allow us to gain 6 block. We also have no finisher. Fantastic. Well, I can knock you down. Gain 4 block. I could gain 5 block. All right, sure. Gain 5 block. Well, actually, if we have the strikes, we should gain 8 block, then strike you down. Then we take no damage. We don't get the draw out of Centennial Puzzle, of course, but we get 1 draw out of Ink Bottle. So there's Death Blow. If we play Berserker Shout, we will kill you. Why do we have so much damage? Oh, because we gained Vigor off of the Death Blow. Okay. Can't play Strike of Genius. Why don't we just get that power out there? Who knows? We'll take 40 damage against this one bird and then be glad we have it. Finisher deals 10 damage. Fetch a finisher. We want Rage. Counter swing. So I want to strike you. We don't have to strike you now. We want this, 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 then this. Okay. And you thought the Hexaghost was hard. Deal damage equal to your counter, lose half counter. Deal damage, combo draw attacks. Not so interested in that one. Obtain the book. Why not? It's a Necronomicon. Any 2-cost attack being played twice is pretty good. I wonder if it'll work with finishers. If it doesn't, I'll be very disappointed. But like, do you think this will be played, this pile driver will be played twice? Let's find out. Nope, it doesn't work with finishers. So the only card it works with is Death Blow, and if it gets hit by Idol, it's only going to get played once. Fantastic. You know what we need? We need to give enemy strength and then get the challenge card. That's way better. Well, I'm slightly disappointed. I understand completely why it doesn't work, but I am disappointed that it doesn't work. And this won't get played twice because it got hit by the Idol. I wish this got hit by the Idol, but this will only get played once. So it's kind of disappointing. And by kind of, I mean like really disappointing. But we can do this. I can still hit you. And I could hit you for another 24. If I hit you for 24, there's no reason to play Strike of Genius. You're just gonna die next turn. But I'm looking at this Necronomicon like, what the hell am I gonna do with this? This card doesn't do anything. Or this relic doesn't do anything. Choose one of 2 cards which enter a stance. It costs 0. I kinda just like my potions, but we can probably dump 1 block potion for that. This would be the combo card that you would want. You know what we need? We need just like a Perfector Strike. Ah, but it's probably gonna just get its cost reduced again. Give me one. Patience. Nah, we're always gonna have attacks in hand. Lose health, gain strength, transform 2 cards, obtain a special relic, fight, take everything. A man with an eye patch and a devilish grin strides up to you. Oh my, what a terrifying subject. You may not care for science, but I promise you, I can make you stronger than any harvesting of souls. You're gonna need it if you're going after one of those heroes. What do you say? What you buying? Well, I want the relic, and I want transformation, but I don't want the jacks, but we can ignore that. So we'll take everything. And it's a unique fight, why not? I get it. He has starting with 3 strength. That makes sense. So execute will not be played twice, but it will be played once. I think, oh boy, oh brother. I think we will just play cards. Well, I guess in hindsight we should have played it in like the opposite order, but whatever. What happened? Transform the first 2 cards drawn this turn, 0 remaining. Every turn, so he applied a debuff that transforms our cards every turn, and now he's gonna start gaining strength. Okay, that's a cool mechanic. I don't. What transformed? Death Blow and Strike of Genius? We got a Death Blow and a Crownerang. Would have preferred the Strike of Genius. Let's weaken you and gain block. Sorry, Necronomicon. Dude, such a bad synergy. I'm so like sad to even have it. Adding a card to your draw pile, I think would have been way better here. You're not doing any damage. There's a finisher, but we can't play it. But it's a skill, and it might be nice just to draw. I mean, we're gonna transform anyways. Berserker combo, draw 2 attacks. So I can leave Berserker Shout and Reinforce Body in my draw pile. It's actually not a bad idea. Basically, you do this, and this. And then we know what we're drawing next turn, Berserker, and then Reinforced Body, which I'm just realizing, oh, they're not gonna be transformed. That debuff must have worn off on that turn. Honestly, it's not a very good turn. Now we're gonna get another transformation. Your HP cannot be reduced until your next turn. 2 energy. Offensive combo. We are in Berserker combo. I guess we have no block. But we can play this. And this. Then we can play this. Then we're not gonna take any damage. What's our other potion? Enter Stance. This guy's kind of annoying to kill, isn't he? So I could do 17 and then 8. Or Pile Driver first, then play this. I guess we'll do that. Gain block? We should probably gain block. Could hit you again, but this will get played twice. This won't. Although it would give me block and do 18 damage, but I'll take 8 just to kind of wipe you. Oh, it killed you. Well, we got 100 souls. Getting 100 money as well is pretty good. Gain block, gain counter finisher. Deal damage, deal extra damage, or gain block. Kind of like that as a combo card. Deal 8 damage, gain 8 block, or deal 16 damage for 1. Guaranteed combo. Kind of wish I had taken maybe that combo power, and then we can unironically combo into it. I like that it scales with strength and dexterity too. I think we'll add that, and then we'll transform a basic strike. We have very few defends. I don't really want to transform a defend. We only have 3 in the deck. We'll transform a strike. It became another wind up, which is fine, and then we'll transform another strike. Became a improvise. It's the combo card. Let's go. And then do we want to add jacks? No. I actually, like, we can gain our own strength. There's no reason to have jacks, in my opinion. I do think that upgrading this is actually the most important thing that we could get, and then we'll dig. And we'll take Smiling Mask. That's actually, I mean, we can immediately get good value out of it at these 2 upcoming shops. Is there anything else that requires an upgrade? Not exhausting is fine. Upgraded strikes could be pretty good. Last Stand being free gets it out of my deck a little bit faster, I suppose. But let's keep digging. Fossilized Helix is very good. That's worth not upgrading. Maybe not on this guy, but... This became cheaper, this became cheaper. First time you play a combo, return it to your hand. It costs 0 until played. The first time you play a combo, each turn, return it to your hand. It's pretty good. I think we'll play... Strike of Genius, though. You know what? I'm just realizing if we can get Ultimate Stance, Necronomicon will work with that. So if that shows up as a boss relic, I think we have to grab it. So we got a free attack. We'll retain this for a while. When you use a skill, this does 2 more damage this combat. So we'll keep using skills. We're not in a stance. Enter a stance you're not in, choose a stance, fetch a finisher. We can fetch no finishers because we drew them all on turn 1. Fantastic. Well, we have enough block if we enter defensive combo. So let's enter defensive combo. This gives us enough block. Swap. And then buff Murder Strike. We're gonna lose the vulnerability, but hopefully we'll be able to reapply it, maybe. Deal 12 damage 2 times. A strike card in your hand costs 0 this turn, exhaust. Choose a stance, enter, fetch a finisher. Any stance, draw, enter Berserker. Okay, so... This is also free. So we can do a lot of damage, I guess. We'll hit you. We're not gaining any more vigor. Yeah. Well, yeah, just play it. Then play this, then play this. Then draw? Draw. No, play this. Enter defensive so we can swap out our stance bonuses and then we can reset the stance bonuses. Now, maybe not how we wanted this to work, but you know what we can do is just get these out of our hand. Ooh, it's actually like pretty good. This is getting stronger. Reckless Strike. Gain strength, lose dexterity. That seems fine. How much energy do we have? We have enough to play everything but one card. So we will play this first to apply the vulnerability. This is all that we can do. Then we'll gain strength. Then we'll hit you. Then we'll hit you. So we did 276 damage. That's pretty good. This weirdo deck is kind of getting it done, but I think we do have a big block problem. Peace Pipe. I don't want Peace Pipe if we have the shovel. Sure, we could remove cards, but you know, we only have one thing that we can really do at camps. Good clean fight. Gain strength, all enemies gain strength. I actually like this because then we can very easily grab Challenge and maybe make it double playable off of Necronomicon, but we have an anti-synergy with Necronomicon, Idol, and our stance cards and our finishers. It's like one of the worst anti-synergies I've ever seen. However, Ultimate Stance gets around the Necronomicon problem to a small degree, so I kind of want to just add this. Gaining energy is going to be nice, and then we can also purge a card, and I think we just want to keep purging strikes. We're not rolling Perfector Strike. And Gut Punch is also, similarly, I kind of want this just so we can enable an Ultimate Stance. Now I could use the boots again to get another relic. Let's save the boots though. We'll have 2 on the next floor and we'll just follow this path down because we got to go to the other shop. Just, you know, free card removal, I'll take. I'll remove the last strike. So now we basically just have finishers in the deck and then a card that adds strikes to our deck. I'm okay with this. Disposable says that upside down toss move is so goofy, I love it. It is pretty good. So I would very much, I think, I would like to hit you with the weakness and vulnerability. This, unfortunately, will only give us block. Why don't we play this and draw? I was kind of hoping we would draw a Berserk Shout, but we'll still play it. Then we can enter a stance. We should have played the other skill that we had for free. That's a mistake. The first time you combo, return it to your hand. So we can improvising Precise Shout. We can also fetch a Pile Driver or an Execute. I think we'll start here. We're not gonna have the energy. Am I okay with that? I mean, I can gain 10 block, which is the same that we would get from, you know, Pile Driver anyways. Do we have another combo showing up? No? Maybe we don't need to play improvising then. Maybe we just want to bring out an Execute on this turn. Then we can gain 15 block. We'll take 3 damage. Actually, we'll take none because of the defensive stance, which actually seems pretty good. So fetch a finisher from your draw pile, choose a stance to enter. We want to enter the Berserk stance. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I just want to play this last. We will enter... No, actually, we do want to stay in we want to stay in defensive stance so we can get block out of this. Oh, but then we don't get the block out of this. Right. I've made a slight mistake. And we're gonna take 6 damage. That's fine. I'll accept it. During your next turn, you're an ultimate. Enter ultimate. HP gets below half health, remove all debuffs, and gain 6 strength. Enter a stance you aren't in. Next finisher does 10 damage. Also, we have Clobber. I mean, I think we can kill you. Basically just off of this. Get the Flex Potion. Gain block, stance combo draw. Deal damage to all enemies. Berserk combo, deal damage twice. Gain block. Block increased by strength instead of dexterity. Oh, increased by strength and dexterity. Sure, I need a block card. What the? Traveling through the city, your ears are pierced by a shrill, inhuman cry coming from a nearby house. Upon investigation, you find the inhabitant of a city trying to silence a small serpentine creature trapped in a cage. Hey, what are you doing in my house? Get out! Sorry, that wasn't English. Hey, what are you doing in my house? Get out! The caged critter is startled and hops back into a corner of its confinement. It's clearly not happy there. Gain Young Snecko! Become cursed with bewilderment. Deals 5 damage to a random enemy at the start of your turn. Seems okay. You want it? Fine, it's not worth the trouble. With a frustrated sigh, the captor unlocks the cage and reaches in. With a surprising swiftness, the serpent bites his finger with all the strength its tiny jaw can muster. With a quick intervention, you punch the man, knocking him out cold before he can retaliate against the critter. The creature happily crawls to your hand when you offer it, and the two of you continue through the spire together. You shall call her Clementine. Why do the bad guys in the spire not seem so bad? Is it just from our perspective, and like we're rewriting history, or what? All right, well, we got a curse in the deck, but that's not too bad. I do kind of want to upgrade Endure, but for now, let's dig again. Choose a power. Start in your hand. Starting with the ability to get your combos back immediately is actually pretty good, and it makes me want to take more combo cards. Yeah, Heroic Knight saves Sentient Snake from harm. Chan and Clementine for the wins. This is Blexmer. Oh my god, we do have a little Snecko. Hey, dude. He just attacks for 5 every turn. All right, you know, good job, boy. It was a good little Snecko. So we want this, we want this, and we want this. Even if it looks a little weird. And then this can be played twice, I think. Because we get it back. So that's pretty good damage right off the bat. And then we can still combo. During your next turn, you're an ultimate. This enters ultimate immediately. So we might as well do this. It's also free. Ultimate Drain. Why did it say Ultimate Drain? Oh, it expires this turn. Well, we can play this. And then this. You might as well play 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 this. All right, we're gonna take a little damage. We're gonna take a little damage. I don't even know how much damage we took. That was just kind of weird. We do have Bewilderment. We probably do want to dump it, unfortunately. That's a good card to remove if we have the money after this fight. If we can kill him, we can get the money back. A strike card in your hand costs 0. I have none. Fetch a finisher. We have one, but I can't play it. That's very true. We are in ultimate stance, so we should play all of our skills for sure. In fact, we should just play them. Yeah. Like, it doesn't even matter the order. This is fine. We got energy back, which is pretty good. Which means we can play, it'll play twice. Yes! It works with Necronomicon! We just have to be in ultimate stance for it to happen. Now we're not in a stance, so 2 of our attacks are unplayable. And this'll do 19 times 2. Hold up. If we can make it do 35 damage, I could kill you, but I don't think we can get there even with potions. Actually, we could. Enter a stance. We want to enter probably Berserker so that we get extra damage out of it. Berserker skill bonus grants 1 more vigor. Oh, you get a power out of it. Okay. You might as well play the. You might as well, if you're gonna play this for 1, you might as well defend. This is gonna cause draw. That's actually like pretty good. Defend. This will enable Pile Driver to do more damage and then also do 10 extra damage. I mean, I think we have you. And that did damage twice because we just played a finisher. So we have enough money to remove this curse, which is actually pretty bad from our deck. And Challenge will be played twice, and if we can necro it with strength, it'll be played 3 times. This is what we're looking for. We need this in the deck. We need 8 copies of that in the deck, basically. Except if it gets reduced in cost, it won't be played twice, but, you know, whatever. Gain Dex at the end of each turn, gain block. It's like a better metallicize. It's pretty good. We need more blocks, so I'm tempted, but let's start by removing our curse. 24 card deck. I kind of like it, actually. Block gain, I mean, 6 block every turn's not bad. Gain 2 dexterity? I don't know, we're kind of focusing a little bit more offensively. If it gets reduced in cost, it's a little bit more playable. You know, I'll add it, and I'll also... you know, I'm not gonna buy Whetstone. We need a lot of money in the future to crack the keys and everything. We're a little light. Why don't we just say this is fine? Master of Strategy could admittedly be pretty good, but I'm happy with where we are in the deck right now. So do we dig, recall, upgrade, or heal? You know, give me more block. That's probably gonna save a lot of HP. Okay. Whenever you strike, he discards. Every 6 times, he gains 1 strength. I mean, immediately that's pretty good. So I think, I mean, I kind of like the turn. Improvising. Do we need block? We do need block. Let's swap stances. Pile drive. Berserk. Combo. Combo. This guy's losing a lot of cards. What are you doing now? You're applying vulnerability and gaining weakness. You're also gonna make me lose 2 strength, but that'll make me neutral on strength. So I suppose I'm okay with that. I can't even do anything about it anyways. Sure. Now, where are we? Short fuse, virtue. Reduce each of your debuffs by 2. Maintenance. Well, I would like to hit you once. And short fuse won't even work, because the Necronomicon doesn't even do anything, I think. This won't get played twice. It'll only get played once. So I think we'll play Iron Fortress because it was made cheaper. Kind of like Last Stand. It'll remove our debuffs, which is vulnerability, and then also, well, actually we have a buffer. So maybe we're okay playing it just to get it out of the deck, and then we can I mean, he's not gonna have deep. He's still gonna have weakness, I guess. We can gain strength. You know what? Sure. Do it like this. So you're gonna Hand of Greed me, and it's not gonna work. But you still have. Why do you still have? Oh, because that was the next card in your hand. I don't know why Necronomicon doesn't work with this guy. Maybe it just doubles the damage of the card, but it doesn't play it twice. So we're vulnerable. You have strength though. This will get played twice, but not 3 times. I think I like the idea of Strike of Genius, but why don't we start with Challenge? We have enough block. Let's get that Strike of Genius out. We want to fetch a finisher. Would fetch Execute. Execute's gonna be made cheaper when we draw it, which I think is fine. Don't play that. Headshot, vulnerable, weak. He has more of these in his deck. Excuse me? How many of these do you have? It's supposed to exhaust. What the heck? What is the pulsing bulb doing, says Disposable? The pulsing bulb. If you mean Centennial Puzzle, when I lose health, I will draw 3 cards. If you mean him being the pulsing bulb, he's a snack. We'll play this. Then this does damage. I don't know where we are. 15? Is Necronomicon actually going to work with it, or are you playing this for 15? This 15 is a normal sword. This 15 is a scimitar. That makes sense. I mean, I can gain enough block. Is 20 block enough? Yes. So let's stance, gain 20 block. We also drew the curse. On the first turn, oh, the light bulb. Every 6 times I'd hit him, he gains 1 strength. That's what the light bulb here means. We can double up on the pile driver, dude. He's freaking flying. You have 1 HP. You know what? I could have killed him if I'd played the skill first. Regardless, Snecko killed you. That should be an achievement, come on. Deal 8 damage 2 times, gain 2 weak. Berserker combo, don't gain weak. Murder Strike, retain. Dude, I love retain cards. It's expensive, and we tend to get it out of the Strike of Genius, but a retain card that you can use to KO, pretty good. It'll also get played twice if it gets hit by Necronomicon. I think we'll take it. I think it's actually not bad. And I do think we want energy because And I think we wanted energy instead of the idol to work with Necronomicon, but we didn't know that that's what we would have. But I think we just want energy, and not being able to smith doesn't matter, because it means we're just gonna dig. Barricade Ironclad. Weakness and vulnerability work well against him. Now we still want to go down the path of as many camps as possible. There's no reason to fight elites if we can just, you know, get relics for free. So I like this path, and then bouncing once again to this path. So we're gonna fight like 4 combats in this entire floor, I think. But let's do it. Da-da-dun. Pile driver is cheap. It'll finish, and then this won't work. But I can play this first and gain a bunch of block. It seems okay. We could also just maintain the stance and gain, you know, Iron Fortress. We should have maybe played this first, but we're not gonna hit nunchucks. Oh, we could have played this first and then wound up. Just we'll play it. But we could have. I can kill you. We could have done it way better. Connie says, it's nice that they made the background for the bosses so you know which archetype you're going up against. Sometimes I don't know who's who, though. But I get it, it is nice. Let's draw. Oh, look, I get the draw card again. Good block. Dude, Deathblow might just wipe all of them. Came very close. I'm like, is there? I can kill one of them. Are we gonna draw an attack? We'll probably draw challenge or clobber, but that's it. You know? Oh, we drew the challenge! Thanks, Ink Bottle. Thank you. I know you came back to life. It was... I mean, we actually still have you. Or it's not going to be played twice. Why is this cheap? Oh, it doesn't reduce the cost of the most expensive card you draw. It reduces the cost of the most expensive card in your hand, which makes Murder Strike yet another anti-synergy with our weird Necro Idol. God damn it. However, if we gain a little bit more vigor, I can kill you, but I actually don't know if we can gain enough vigor to kill you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Actually, we will be able to kill you. You'll just take damage from hitting us and then die. Can we gain enough block? Yes. I mean, that does it. So, kill you. You're gonna take 6, 9, 12 damage when you hit us. You should die. Okay. Tornado Punch. Deal damage to all enemies, gain block for each enemy hit. It's a combo, which I like. Let's grab it. Explore an event. Search for a relic. Hunt down the merchant. Merchant's dead. Just give me a relic. What kind of event would we be looking for? Add curses? Upgrade all cards, gain, 9 normalities. I'm gonna take that. We need to get rid of a relic at some point for the key, but we'll do that. And I'm gonna fight you too. I have potions. We're not gonna be doing much elite fighting, but I'll fight you for a rare. It's guaranteed rare. Next, finisher. Deals damage to all enemies. Gain block. Add 4 random 0-cost cards to your hand. Get combo. So this is a defensive combo. So we'll gain 14 block. And we're in defensive stance. Kind of want to switch to the Berserker stance to get more damage, but it's probably worth way more to get the block so the buffer can take the damage on this turn. I suppose they were vulnerable, so we could have maybe swapped, done damage, and maybe killed them just off of the flex potion, I suppose, but I've already started down this path. I really wish I could play that card. I'm gonna drink the potion. Gain strength, enemies gain 1 strength. Times 2. You're already in that stance, gain a combo. Gain random skills they exhaust, or they retain. Apply weak and vulnerable. You know, I'm gonna play the powers, because we're just gonna hit the buffer on this turn anyways. Gain a combo of that stance. I was kind of hoping for a free combo. This retains. All right, we're gonna try to wipe them next turn. Hopefully I draw Death Blow or whatever it is. But we did not. Instead, we just drew 2 burns. So that's fantastic. Gain block twice if the enemy is weak. Apply weak. This is a terrible turn. I have no. I got nothing on this turn. We're gonna take some damage. Oh, but it comboed twice in my hand. We're gonna take no damage. You dick. I would like an attack every turn, please. Fetch a finisher. Fetch me a pile driver. Just so we can play 1 more skill on that turn. Da-da-da. Challenge. Repeat these effects once. You know what I really wish? I wish I could repeat this effect twice! Or rather 3 times, because, you know, of Necronomicon, but we're not actually gonna get that apparently forever. Combo. Gain counter and block. Deal damage. Why don't we start with this? I suppose, well, I mean, this gives you more block and then also the status effects. And then I can just wipe you, hit you. Taking no damage. We're still taking no damage, which is a surprise. Then we'll just wipe you. We get Gurya. Do we want to start with 3 extra strength for 3 relics? I think I'd rather just get 3 relics, but you know, the strength is a bit of a guarantee, isn't it? Do we want a headbutt? I think headbutt could be okay. Choose stance to enter, gain a combo. I do like this because of our power enabling us to play those combo cards multiple times. I really like that. Lose bag of marbles for 3 potions. Lose Juzu bracelet for 150 souls. Lose bag of prep for a rare card. You can take my Juzu bracelet. If we have to get into like 1 more combat, whatever. Basically, we're replacing Juzu bracelet with a relic when we get to a shop. I think that's fine. Berserker stance. Defensive combo. Choose a stance. Gain a combo. We'll play this, this, defensive stance, combo. Okay. I will definitely take challenge. I know we're adding cards, but that's acceptable. We are going to just follow this path, I think. We're gonna lift. I think we should lift. Well, you know what? Let's recall the key first. Then we'll gain the strength from breaking the key, and then we'll lift. The boot. The boot we can get rid of. Break. Break. Lift. Thank you. We're just gonna follow the path down. Potions? Strike, deal additional damage? You know, that's actually pretty good with Strike of Genius. Gain block, gain counter, gain a blur. This, if it gets hit and made cheaper, that's actually pretty good. I think I'm okay adding that and then purging. We could purge a defend at this point. I think it might be beneficial to maybe purge the finishers, because they're just not getting doubled. Like, ever. But, you know, we'll purge the defense. We'll play smart. SMRT. We have perpetual cheap removal, which is why that's pretty okay. Become cursed with regret. We have 2 winged boot charges? I mean, we could immediately remove the curse. Get back on track and then finish off the floor. Extra energy on turn 1. Sounds pretty good. Purge this. Strike of Genius for more attacks is kind of interesting. 300 gold. Yeah. And I like the lantern with the bag of prep. Then we'll get back on track. We're getting more combat than I would have expected, but, you know, that's why we lost Juzu Bracelet. We lost it for this. Defensive stance. Combo gain 7 block. I mean, it's tempting to just wipe a unit. Like, that's very, very good. And then we already have enough block. Here's the question. Will this come back to my hand? We're not playing it for a combo, so probably not. But we can play it for a combo. So why don't we enter Berserker Stance, play it for a combo, and then we get it twice. And if we're taking no damage, why don't we go for you? We can do 18 damage 4 times. So we killed 2 of them on the first turn, which seems pretty good. You live, but I got cards that can maybe help kill you. You ever think about that? I'm adding cards. So sue me. Heal the full, get a curse. Upgrade all cards. Lose Heart Blessings and 10 max HP. What is Heart Blessings? Lose Heart Blessings. What the hell is a Heart Blessing? Is it the heal we get between combats? Because, I mean, our deck is thick of non-upgraded cards. Upgrading everything is beautiful. But what the hell is Heart Blessing? I don't know. I kind of want to do it, but what the hell is a Heart Blessing? Hold on. Slay the Spire, downfall. Downfall. Heart Blessings. Only be found in Downfall's campaign, such as Heart Blessings, which can be obtained by breaking the keys at campsites. Ah, okay. Emerald, Heart Blessing, Ruby, and Sapphire. So we would lose 20 health, 1 strength, and 1 dexterity to upgrade our entire deck. That seems fantastic. Our deck sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 upgrades for 1 strength, 1 dex, and 20 health. God, I love that sound. Now we've still broken the keys. I've seen that event before. You have to have broken all of the keys to take that option, I believe. And you know what? We only lost the 10 health. That's why it says and 10 health, because upon pickup it raises your health and then it doesn't. Right, okay, I get it. But still, this is like totally fine. This is great. Everything in our deck is now just way easier to play. Choose a stance to enter, gain a combo. Please enter Berserker stance, because this does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage. Deal damage twice if vulnerable, apply vulnerable. We're gonna start there. He is vulnerable, so I guess we could have started with the face slap, but we'll face slap him, precise strike him, challenge him, gets played 3 times. Easy fight. Flex explosive dexterity. I'm gonna take the swift potion. I think we'll skip. Now we can't even smith, which is perfect. And we will still lift. Thank you. Done. And challenge. He doesn't have any strength, so this will not play 3 times. It will play twice, though. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Blur is nice here, because next turn he's going to have Body Slam. So I like the idea of maybe just playing a bunch of powers, and maybe not even hitting him. Like, Iron Fortress is very good. Hold Firm, Improvise. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it. Just we get all of our powers out there and we blur for the next turn. I want this. I think I want this. Fetch a finisher. Your next finisher this turn deals 15 damage to all enemies. Currently in Berserker stance. We're not gonna get Nunchuck. We're so far away from that. I think we'll just gain the blur block for next turn. I mean, we're rolling over a lot of block. And then we'll swap stances a couple of times. Don't play this. He's gonna hit for like 50 next turn, but we start with 30 block. We're weak, which is annoying. He's gonna hit for 63. A little rough. This does not get played twice, unfortunately. Cards block increased by strength, pretty good. Choose a stance to enter, gain a combo of that stance. We are in a Berserker stance. We want to stay in Berserker stance. So the combo is deal damage to all enemies, deals damage twice. It's actually better than a death blow, but we can death blow to gain vigor and then play this, but we might as well play this first. And I suppose what we should do is play this and then this to power up our stance. Although, if we fetch a finisher, we would like to, you know, fetch a finisher for Berserk so we can get more strength. So we'll start here. Seems good. Do it again. Well, I mean, let's death blow, gain vigor, then do it again. The freaking fortification is almost dead, which is not what we want. But we will fetch... We could fetch rope. I think we want to fetch pile driver just to make him vulnerable. Vulnerable. We're not going to be able to hit Necro. That's okay. He's doing 16 damage. We're not even losing the buffer. He does have flame barrier active though, so we got to be careful about hitting him. So I like doubling up on this, but I think we need block first. I also like doubling up on this. This should not hit us. Yeah, we gain the block first. Then we can hit you twice. Hit you twice. Still have time to rope-a-dope. We gain the block and the strength. Took no damage, still have the buffer. Perfect. Next attack gives us Nunchuck. 2 strikes of geniuses. You're hitting for 56. You know what? I'm going to let you hit me for 56. Although I could pile driver and then maybe clobber you. That's not gonna get played twice. Dun, 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 dun. You know what? Go ahead. It's funny because we're only barely gonna not have enough block, but that's fine. But we can play it again. We have enough block. That's so surprising. So we still kept the buffer. Goot Punch enters ultimate stance. I feel like this is a good turn for that. Next strike is played twice. Well, you are vulnerable. Let's I guess we should exit first for the bonus. Execute will get played twice. Let's start there. And then I think we just actually pile driver you for even more bonuses. Then we'll hit you. Then we'll hit you twice. Seems okay. My dude's taking a lot of damage, but not really doing much himself, is he? Oh no, you created a lot of wounds and then exhausted them. Oh no. You're gonna get italicized. Oh no. We should really play this too. Fetch a finisher. We could finish, or we could fetch a pile driver. You know, a 1 cost or 0 cost finisher would be really nice to have in this deck. Just saying. Strike in hand costs 0. If the last card played was a finisher, deal damage again. So we really should do that. We will fetch a finisher. I guess rope-a-dope is a finisher. We could rope-a-dope. I just love how it's called a rope-a-dope. We could rope-a-dope. Out of a stance, then attack. And then we don't even have to, well, we do have to fetch a finisher. Okay. Give me a finisher. Give me Berserk, because we have enough block. We actually straight up do have enough block, because we can play a 22 block with reinforced body. So I'm gonna hit you once. Then a strike becomes cheaper, aka free. Then we'll play this. Actually, we'll play 2 defense, because it powers up this card. And then, oh, but now we don't have the double damage from the Rising Strike. That's my bad. He's almost dead. Haven't even lost the buffer yet. You don't even have strength. It's actually, like, kind of sad. Strike card costs 0. It already costs 0. I don't even know why it costs. Oh, because we have 2 of the strike enablers. Give me... Do I have a finisher? No. Give me... Berserk. Defense. 1 tornado punch. 2 challenges. La 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 la. Now we don't have the blessings, but we still broke the key pieces. It's still cracked in the top left corner. All right, elites. We still have our potions too. There's always one bewildered. It's probably the same 4. Slime, Aged, Bewilder, and Haunt. I hate the extra curses we're gonna get from this. I also hate the divinity we're gonna get from this, but if we keep the buffer alive, on Niao's 7th turn we can block it. I do love that they all have strength though. It makes challenge play literally 3 times. 33 block and 90 damage. I think we'll probably start there. Oh, and we're in Berserker stance, so that'll be played multiple times too. Oh, this is so good. So, who do we want to kill? All characters, including you, gain strength. I might want to wipe you. And that makes sense. I was kind of hoping that Necronomicon would play it another 2 times, but I guess that's not how it works. Either way, you are dead. $15, $24. You're probably gonna take my buffer. You know what? You did not take my buffer. I'm okay with that. Dun, dun, dun. Clobber gives us enough block. Wow, we have actually nothing. So, I suppose we will enter Berserk and grab a pile driver, I suppose. Might as well, apply the status effects. We did draw Aged, unfortunately. Ink bottle. So we're gonna lose 1 energy next turn. Meow. We're doing 36 damage. And again, I kind of have like nothing to do. I can't stop you from doing 36 damage, so I think we'll draw. Choose a stance to enter, gain a combo of that stance. Currently we're in the ultimate stance, so any combo will work. But I think we would like a defensive combo. Deal damage equal to your block twice, gain frail, lose frail. Gain damage equal to your block twice. That's not good. That's not good at all. But we can pile driver for 10 block, execute for 10 block. Execute will actually give us 20. And we're gonna get extra energy back. Okay. So why don't we start? We don't need to fetch a finisher. Why don't we start here? You might as well power up your first attack. I might pile drive you for the weakness, but let's start here because we need to do damage to this guy. In fact, I mean, he's almost dead. Gaining Rugged would be nice, but why don't we, I have energy. We can play this. Weaken you, gain block. Now you're only hitting for 26, so we'll wipe you. Completely ruins your Rugged. Fetch a finisher, choose a stance to enter. There's no reason to do this, and I don't even want to draw Rope-a-dope. I just want to end turn. We We're not playing Murder Strike, which means it is probably eating the idle charges. Nope, Death Blow is cheaper. Which is good, because it means Challenge will be played 3 times. I think you just play this 3 times. Actually, I think you Death Blow, then play this 3 times, because it's going to get hit by the Vigor. 46, 46, and then 31. And we still didn't lose the buffer, which is insane. Do I want another Strike of Genius? You know, I think 2 strikes per turn is totally okay. Whenever you enter a stance, trigger skill bonuses twice. Target enemy gains 1 strength. We fought the Ironclad, so the enemy's gonna gain strength anyways to hit challenge, but we only have 1 challenge in the deck anyways. Next card played twice, ultimate stance for 1 turn. I think that's worth buying. I think we could lift, but I think I'm just gonna dig and see what we get. Blue Candle. That's actually pretty good. There's a bunch of nasty curses. I'll trade, well, I might not trade buffer for it, which means that maybe if we draw Bewilderment, it's not going to be worth playing, but in fact, it's definitely not going to be worth playing. Maybe we shouldn't have even taken this now. You know, just ignore me, okay? Just ignore me. Play this. And then we might as well just play, you know, we will Ink Bottle. All right. Oh, hey, look, Bewildered. Guess we didn't draw it. But we have plenty of block, so we don't really need this. I do think that we'll play the Finisher, because it is a bonus. I think Ultimate Drain. If you Gut Punch, will it last for another turn? Let's see. Yes. Ultimate Stance will last 2 more turns. I like it. So I'll hit you. I'll hit you again. We gain energy. I'll play this. We're not going to play Curses because I don't want to lose my buffer. I might play Bewilderment. Oh my god, look at this hand. Then again, it's only going to make 2 cards change costs. And then the Floods can just dump themselves and turn themselves into statuses, you know? Then again, I don't have any blocks. But we can play these and gain combos. We also have 7 energy, so I think I'm just gonna play the Defend. And then these are expensive, but they're still probably worth playing, maybe. Fetch a Finisher. Can we fetch Pile Driver? Yes, we can. We're going to do that because I would like to apply a lot of status effects. We're gonna definitely lose our buffer though. Also, I didn't know I could flip a whale. Also, we're not actually losing our buffer, and we're gonna purge these. They added twice? That's not how that's supposed to work, game. All right, well, our discard pile is trash. God damn it. Well, let's combo draw. Deal damage, deal damage, deal damage, deal damage. It's a combo, so this gets played twice, but this also gets played 3 times. No, only twice. Do we want to draw? If I draw a power, I'd probably play it. You didn't, but that's fine. Enter a stance you aren't in. Next finisher deals damage. Death blow. Clobber, wind up, fetch a finisher. You know, that actually seems like the best play here. Because we can apply the status effects for a little longer, flip another whale, and then we enter defensive stance, which I think is okay. Oh, hey, look, you added 2 curses, I drew 2 curses. Imagine that. That's kind of interesting. How did that happen? This is ethereal. I mean, I'm not gonna be playing it because I'm gonna play this. Still have the buffer though. Goodbye, Murder Strike. What? Why did the retain overrides ethereal? Okay, you know, we learn something new every day, boys. Gain strength, lose dexterity. Gain block, counter, and blur. It's not enough to avoid the damage on this turn. And if we're gonna lose the buffer, that makes the next, that makes 2 turns from now very annoying because Niao's gonna hit for like 80. Makes this an interesting turn, doesn't it? We can almost we can block all of the, well, hold on. We're gonna get hit for 2. We're gonna get hit for 2 because we're gonna gain 21 block and then 6 block. Okay, we're actually gonna get hit for 3. Ink bottle will draw though. So you know what? Start there. Go ahead and take 1 dexterity from me because I want to draw. Drew a curse. I mean, I think we are going to take damage. I don't see a way around it. Which means in 2 turns, we're going to have a nasty buffer. Or we wish we would have a buffer, but we're not going to have a buffer. We should play this because it is 1, and it's sucking up the cheaper card plays. We're in a defensive stance. Enter a stance you aren't in. The next finisher deals damage. Next strike card is played twice. Any stance, enter Berserker and draw. Let's do that. We can draw again, but let's start doing damage. Oh, we already played a combo, was that card, that's fine. Since we got energy, I will draw. These are the 2 cards I wanted to have next turn. So getting them on this turn kinda sucks since we're not gonna blur anything. Why did we draw another card? That was Ink Bottle? Oh, because oh my god. I'm so angry with myself. However, I think we're going to pop our potion to enter Ultimate Stance. I think we are going to... I think we're gonna let Bewilderment bewilder our hand because we can almost gain like 30 block or something. If Pile Driver costs 2, it's actually good. That's actually fine because Rope-a-Dope is now free. So this is another 20 block. This is another 10 block and 15 block. We're only taking 20? Rather 19? That's not too bad. Casual 74 weakened. It's the combination of the Ironclad strength and the Watcher divinity for sure. I'm gonna play this to get it out of my hand. Now, you're doing 60 damage. We're not dead. We should do damage on this turn. We didn't, oh no, we did draw 2 strikes. We've got to kill you next turn, so I'm gonna save my flex potion for when we get high value strikes. I don't think these count. But we're gonna play our hand, basically. Block increased by strength. So this will help that. We draw. We get 1 pile driver and some block. And then honestly, I know you're healing for 2 per card, but let's dump those out of my hand. So we're only taking like 15, 13, I don't run the math, I just, assume that I know what it's gonna be. Can I enter a stance? Yes. I'm gonna flex potion. We're gonna enter Berserker, and we're just gonna go to town. And you're dead, beautiful. Made it work. It was a fun run. Started out a little bit with finishers, trying to make those work, but really it was combo. That was a lot of fun with the combo-ness of it, because we could get a free card that gave us combo every turn and then also get free strikes thanks to the strike powers. I feel like for some characters, and I think the Chanp is included, I kind of just want to get powers that give me free things and then I play the free things. You know, hey, if you just get free attacks, the enemy will die eventually, right? Enchant Shield. Choose a card, increase its block by 8 for this combat. Increase its damage by 8. Choose a card, it costs 0 this combat. Ooh, very interesting. So I get the point of these, by the way. It's a skill, so it will trigger the vigor or counter gain from your stance and then also apply something to one of the cards that you have. It's a double duty. Although I feel like with the Chanp you do need a lot of draw because a lot of the cards are really cheap stance combo enablers, like 0 cost skill, 0 cost skill, 2 cost attack. And unfortunately, Necronomicon ruined, or not Necronomicon, the Idol ruined that, which also ruined Necronomicon because we were unable to play Pile Driver, we were unable to play, what was the other one? What's the one that you start with? Execute. Because a lot of the times it would just cost 1. So we had a bit of an anti-synergy there. And challenge as well. So in the future, maybe don't take the Idol when you're playing as the Chanp, who has a lot of 2-cost cards. But then again, how are we supposed to know we were going to get Necronomicon, you know? The Necronomicon was an accidental get. If we didn't have Necronomicon, I would feel very good about the Idol because it was making some cards cheaper. But because we had Necronomicon, we had this weird anti-synergy between cards being cheap. But it was pretty good. Lexmer says the full upgrade seems like a fair trade. So the full upgrade, good God. Originally, in Vanilla Spire, what this does is it removes your ability to heal. You don't heal from cards, you don't heal from relics, you don't heal when you finish the Act 3 and move to Act 4. You don't heal at the camp. So it's almost never taken by players, I feel, because you probably always need a little bit of healing. But removing 1 strength, 1 dexterity, and 10 health is great for the upgrades if you need the upgrades. And we took Fusion Hammer and we had Shovel. This is the perfect situation for this. I like the change because it makes sense as something that you might want to take in a run at some point. You know, it's not gonna work on every run. If you have lesson learned, you're not gonna care about upgrading your cards. If you rely on that one strength and you limit break it over and over again, you're not gonna care about, you know, upgrading your cards and losing that strength. But if you have a deck of full unupgraded cards, then yeah, it's probably worth it. And it was worth it in our situation. It's a trade you can only get when you're actively building for the Act 4 fight. Well, that's the thing. If you have to have all 3 key pieces broken by the time you hit the event, but there's actually a reason to get the keys and break them as opposed to Vanilla Spire, because in Vanilla Spire, you just get the key pieces and that's it. But in Downfall, you get the ability to break them for strength, dexterity, max HP. There's actually a reason on floor 1 to fight the Burning Elite and grab the key. I forget where it was in our run. But like, there's a reason to do that, because if you do that, then you actually get +1 dexterity. For the rest of the run, that's very good. You know, a defend 5 becomes defend 6 if you're frail. It becomes a defend 3, which is a defend 4. That little bit of extra block is worth it. Yeah, I really like the balance of that, but also Meow seems a lot easier than the Heart. So going to Act 4 is less of a, okay, we got a plan from the beginning of this run, from the first enemy. How are we gonna beat the Heart? No, it's more like, hey, we have a good run, we can just go fight Meow. It's just an elite fight and then a boss that's hard but fair. Even the curses are fair. He's done it, he said it, he acknowledged it. It's a fair mechanic. You might have a bad turn, but it's rarely gonna kill you. Although Watcher Ironclad almost did. If we had no blocks, we would have taken a casual 70 damage. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Slay the Spire.